Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Happy Monday. My name is Misty Petrella, and welcome to Empowered You, the morning routine both for you and your business. So today is day 6, and today we're talking about reading. And I'll tell you, we're not actually going to read on the call. It's nothing like that. But we are going to talk about how you can incorporate reading into your work in a more strategic way and less willy-nilly. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But to get us started in our proper way, get your beautiful feet on the floor here. And this is our time to connect with all the people that are going to be joining us on the call either now or later on today. So take a moment to get into your body. Feel your feet from the inside out. Feel your hips from the inside out. Your shoulders from the inside out. And I want you to connect with your heart space. Oh, it's a lovely feeling. And take a moment and connect to all that, your heart energy, to all the other people who are either on the call with us right now or might be joining later on today. And this is a time in our day when we just get to be love. We just get to exude it without doing anything else. Make sure that you connect to the other people in the group. And if you are in need of healing, please put yourself in the center. We are more than happy to share our energy with you. How lovely. Wonderful. Good morning, everyone. Hello. It's so nice to be connected with you today. Okay, so what we're going to do first, clean out all that energy like we did last week. So we're going to take a moment to run our energy. I'm going to close my eyes, but you don't have to. Do whatever you feel called to do. So first, I want you to connect again with that heart energy in the center of your body. Put your hand on your heart if you need to. And start to take a look at what that heart energy looks like. What is the quality of it today? And take that heart energy and expand it all the way through your body. Out of your 7th chakra, at the top of your head. Down your 5th, down your 6th, down your 5th, into your throat and your mouth. Back down into your heart space. And this energy is filling you up from the inside out. So I want you to imagine that you are a glowing ball of heart energy. And as you take that heart energy through your whole body, down your legs, down your arms, those pieces of you that you can see that you're becoming aware of with your heart energy, they are just glowing brightly, whatever color your heart energy is. Maybe it's green today, maybe it's purple. Maybe it's just gold and white, and that's okay too. But I want you to see yourself glowing with love energy from the inside out. That feels nice. Okay, so take that energy down your arms, down your tailbone, down your legs, down through your feet, and straight down into the center of the earth. All the way down. As far as you can imagine. Keep going down until you see this glowing iron core, which is our Mother Earth's heart. And I want you to connect with her. Send her a little love for being so amazing. And take some of that earth energy that she's storing down there and bring it back up with you. Back up through your feet. And this energy probably has a different quality altogether than your heart energy. So what does it look like? What is the quality of it? How does it feel? Bring it up your legs, cleaning out your hips. All those sexual organs, those need cleaned out too. Stomach, kidneys, pancreas, liver, all the organs in the middle bit. Bring it up through your heart, that earth energy. This, whenever I bring the earth energy up, it always feels heavier. It has this like very, I don't quite know how to describe it. Has this heavier energy. I always feel heavy when I bring the earth energy up. Bring the earth energy up through your heart, up through your arms, cleaning out all of that space, up through your aura, the energy that surrounds your body, up through your throat, through your fifth chakra, up through your sixth, cleaning out your insight, and straight up through the top of your head. And that energy keeps going up, 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 until you can, as far as you can possibly imagine, up into the cosmos. And then grab some of that cosmic energy, which again has a different quality altogether, and bring it back down through your body. Cleaning everything else out that earth energy didn't get. All through your aura, down through your seventh, through the top of your head, through your brain, where your brain is stored. Clean all that brain energy. Clean out the computer. Down through your fifth, and your throat, your heart, back down through your arms, and your wrists, and your fingers, and your hips, and your legs, straight down into Mother Earth. Ah, nice. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me for that. Feels lovely. Cleaned out, if you will. Okay. So I'm going to set the timer here. We've been doing, things, but it's time to do our minutes, a couple minutes of silence. I know this isn't always easy for everyone, so put your feet on the ground. Again, close your eyes if this helps you. We're just going to take a moment. Again, if you want to put your hand over your heart, it's a great way to drain the energy away from your brain, all that mental energy into your heart. Makes it a little bit easier to focus. And as we get silent, I'm going to start now. Just listen to my voice. As we get silent, as thoughts come up, just see them. Don't attach. And put your energy back into your heart. And pay attention as your breath comes in and out of your body. Okay, wriggle your fingers and your toes. Come back into the room. Oh boy. That was nice. I actually had some tension in there. I was like, it wasn't like emotional tension or anything like that, but I could feel places in my body where I was holding on, like literally it was tense. There were muscles that were tense and I relaxed them. That was really nice. Okay, guys. Thanks for participating. Okay, so everyone is muted like normal at this time of the call. So what I want you to do is get your affirmation out. If you have not created an affirmation with us yet, this is how we do it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I want you to take something that's sort of frustrating in your life, like I have one that popped up this morning. My dogs don't always go to the bathroom where they're supposed to go. That was my frustration this morning, right? So it isn't that. It's not, oh, I'm so frustrated with my dogs. It's, I have open and clear communication to stay patient with my animals who go to the bathroom exactly where they're supposed to go. You feel me? You take something negative and just turn it into something positive that already exists. This isn't the future, it's now. Okay? So maybe for some of the people on the call, it's clients, right? So it's not, I don't have enough clients. It's, I have plenty of clients and I have more than enough money left over to pay my bills every month. Feel me? So I want you to take this. Everyone's muted. I can't mute me, but everyone else is muted, so don't worry. But I want you to take a moment, get your affirmation out, put your hand on your heart. And we say these out loud. If you haven't joined us before, we say these out loud because we're all clear we're vibrations, right? We're just energy that looks like a physical body, da-da-da-da-da, fine. But if that's the case and we're trying to create with our affirmation, putting even more vibrational power behind it with your voice out loud or singing it is so much more powerful for you and the affirmation. So everyone's on mute. Put your hand on your heart and say, I am an empowered entrepreneur because, and say your affirmation. That's awesome. You guys are so beautiful. I love you. Thank you. Oh, I love all your comments. Okay. That's very cool. You are. You're fabulous. Okay. So we did our affirmation out loud. And by the way, doing those in the shower is also very good because we're not so worried about what people think of us in the shower. So, you know, I saw a coach or somebody, forget who it was, that said you're supposed to stack your habits. Like if you're brushing your teeth, do your visualizations. If you're in the shower, do your affirmations, right? So we're stacking things up and doing two things at the same time. Sounds really powerful, right? So visualizations and affirmations, like I said, stack them up. Do them when you're doing other things too. It adds even more juice to what we're doing right now. Don't just hold your visualizations for your vision board. Use them throughout the day, okay? Now I want you to take a moment and write down, again, make some notes of what, and I want you to talk about outcomes, not the way things look right now, but and if you have already written these down, just think through them, just visualize them. But if you haven't, I want you to think through what the visual cues of your level 10 business are. Like, what is the number of your business at this very moment? Are you at how satisfied are you with your business? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, I freaking love my business and I'll never do anything else in the whole world. So whatever that number is, I want you to think of what level 10 looks like for you. Like, how do you know you have a level 10 business? What does that look like? What are the cues that you have one? Those are what I want you to start visualizing. And while we do visualizations, like I said before, the power of visualizations isn't in your visual board or your vision board. That isn't the power of your visualizations. The power of your visualizations are the emotions you feel when you think about the stuff you want, which is far more accessible anytime you need it from this beautiful brain of yours. If you want to use your brain for a computer, use it for this. Visualizing. It's beautiful. So keep thinking about what your level 10 business looks like. For me, I'm on stages. I have a waiting list of like 20 women. Programs and one-on-ones and all kinds of fun stuff. What does that look like for you? Is it the ding of your PayPal? Is it having lots and lots of your very first coaching sessions? Or one of my very first ones was that I had all these really pretty folders for all my clients, and I could not wait to use them all up. So when I knew I was successful, when I had to go buy more folders. Silly, right? Totally a visual cue I used. Beautiful. Okay. So spend some time in silence, spend some time running your energy and clearing you out, spend some time visualizing, spend some time affirming what you want in this world. Now we're going to talk about reading. And by this beautiful quote, I'm not actually sure who Matthew Kelly is, probably some really amazing writer. But here's the quote. Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body, and what prayer is to the soul. We become the books we read. And that is so true. Oh my goodness. So I'm not talking to like go out and read. I mean, quite frankly, reading can be used for pure pleasure or it can be used for learning. And I was going to make a recommendation here, but you know what? I'm not going to. If you feel like you need more downtime that isn't in front of a television or a computer screen, then read a book that's a novel. Read one that's nonfiction, or read one that's fiction. Get your brain working. Get away from these screens, right? But if you find that you are missing knowledge from, you're not sure how to help clients through a certain kind of transformation, or you're not sure how to get through fears, or you're not, there are a million self-development books out there. And I bet you right now that if you thought about it, you already have a book that you've been thinking about reading, waiting to read, and probably a book about your business. There's probably like 6 or 7 books you've been waiting to read. Well, that could be just my list. But anyway, there are probably books that you have been waiting to read. And what I'm going to challenge you to do today is pick up one and just read 10 pages. Don't read the whole book. It's too much. Just read 10 pages and then think about it throughout the day. If it's a book about business or self-help or being an entrepreneur or being a better entrepreneur, whatever, think about that book throughout the day and incorporate it into your work. Can you stay present to the one little idea? What's one idea that you can take from the day or take into the day from your book? So what I want you to do is for the writing portion, actually real quick, the thing that I read that actually really makes me, I read it every day, and it makes me feel good about my day, and it makes me feel empowered, is that I read Elizabeth Peru's Energetic Forecast. It's like a page a day. It's like this size, but a little bit more copy. And she tells you about, it's sort of general to her subscribers. I think that's how she does it, is based on who's subscribing. But I'm telling you, it affects me. It's pretty much right on every day. So that is a little piece of reading that I do that really empowers my day, and I do it during my morning routine every day. Another thing that I do is I'm reading a book right now called Oneness, because I'm really into spiritual development. And so that book also lights my heart up every time I read it. And so I tend to read it in the morning as well, because it's just really good fuel for this brain that we got, right? So if you want to program it with something positive that's going to support you throughout the day, do that. Absolutely do that. Okay, so what I want you to do is, for the writing portion, because it's about reading, so I can't have you read, but I want you to write down a couple of things or a couple of areas in your work that could use some help. And I'm not talking like, oh my God, it's like a level 9, there are fires going off and people are pissed off. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about some things in your work where you're like, I could really be better at that. Things that you're displeased with about your work. I'm not talking about feedback. We already did that part. You're way more clear from last week where your blind spots are in terms of your work and how people feel about it. But this is for yourself personally. I want you to make a couple of notes. Hopefully you already are. But I want you to make a couple of notes about where you could use a little zhuzh in your business, where you could use some help, some love. Perfect. Good. Okay, so let's do a little bit of business planning first before we wrap up our time together. So take a look again at what your commitment is to yourself for these 2 weeks together, these 10 days that we have together. Just reread that. Reaffirm it to yourself. That is what you're committed to doing for the next 10 or the next 5 more days, I should say. And if you're just joining, what's a commitment that you're going to make to yourself for the next 5 days, for our 5 days here together, our remaining 5 days? Perfect. Okay. Now, what's your big 90-day outcome? What is the big project that you're working towards right now? What is your biggest goal that is on your plate in the next 90 days in your business? And heck, if you have some life stuff in there too, throw it on in. Is that still the goal that you need to have? Did you meet that goal yet? Okay, and then what 3 projects are you working on right now that support that 90-day goal? You better have at least 3 projects that support your 90-day goal. You better have at least 3. Or else how will we possibly make it happen? And then what's got to happen this week? What are the big things this week that need to happen that support those 3 projects for the whole week? There's probably some big things coming. Maybe you're doing a talk this week. Maybe you're offering discovery sessions. Maybe you're launching a new program. Who knows what? What are the big things coming up this week? Write it down for yourself. And then what 3 things at minimum, but 3, just write 3. If you get more, gravy. If not, it's fine. But write 3 things that you will commit to doing today to make your 3 projects happen and whatever has to happen this week. What are you going to commit to yourself to doing today to move your business forward? What bold actions are you prepared to take today? Write them down. I'm going to have to start playing music when I'm asking these questions. It's more fun in the background. Okay. Then, what I'm going to do in the group today, as soon as I post this video, is I'm going to get a running list of recommendations of business books from people. Okay. So you wrote down earlier where you are struggling with some things in your business. So I want you to come over later today and take a look at the list that people have accumulated. I'll add in my favorites too. And we will get a really nice list going, and you can figure out what books might serve your needs best. And there's this antiquated piece of technology by which one might obtain books. I've heard of it somewhere out there. I think it's called Amazon. In these oh so mysterious interwebs,
where you can just get about any book you need, plus most ebooks also. Don't forget, you could solve some of your business problems with an ebook. You might not need a whole book, right? Some of these business books get a little dense. So do some research. See what's out there to assist you. Likely there is. All right, guys, I love you very much. Mwah! I'll see you on the flip side. You have an awesome day. Come by the group, The Empowered Entrepreneur. Talk to other people who are going through morning routine as well and see how it's impacting their day, because it is. And y'all take care. I will see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. See you on the flip side. Bye.